Hi creative friends, this is Freya and thank you so much for being here. So I allowed this spread to dry for a couple of days and I am really excited. I'm gonna bring this up closer so the camera can pick up on the juiciness that's going on here. I put tea bags and then over top of the tea bags, I also put some collage, which for me are dictionary pages. And I also use some of my own collage just from a spread that got stuck together in my art journal and I couldn't use it. Like I couldn't open the pages, so I just ripped it up and used it as collage. And I'm just really loving so much about this spread. And I'm taken by surprise at that because I drew this sketch using my non-dominant hand and I didn't really apply a lot of the colors I normally do. Like it has a very kind of a neutral approach, I guess, but you know, I'm just loving so many things about it. Like I love this part over here, which is also just a scrap piece of collage from a composition lined notebook that I had, and something didn't work out or whatever. I don't remember what happened with it, but I ripped it up and used it as my collage. And I'm just loving all the, I don't know, the organic quality of it. So I'm just going to dive right in. I want to retain a lot of these lines over here. Now I know that, you know, the face isn't drawn properly, but I'm actually really digging that. I'm really loving that kind of, I don't know, it's like an organic, emotive quality, I guess. Now I am using my dominant hand just to go over some of the lines. And I just have to say, you guys, I'm sorry if I'm going to be coughing or sneezing, but I am just under the weather a little bit. So please excuse that. So I don't know if I want to retain this kind of sketchy quality and, you know, or if I want to add more paint and make it more painterly. But because I started off like being in a very intuitive kind of a mindset, I'm gonna try to carry that through the whole spread and just see where it goes. So I think what I'm feeling to do is maybe, you know, maybe I am gonna drop some of this burnt sienna in here, but I don't think I'm gonna cover the whole entire face. I think what I'm gonna do is just like, you know, like because it is a very like kind of abstract, I think I'm gonna retain that. And I'm gonna bring some of it into the neck here. Now, the thing about facial features especially is that, you know, even when they are, like I was using my non-dominant hand, so, you know, they're not gonna be precise. But, you know, the thing with facial features especially is that when they aren't precise, when they're all like helter-skelter and kind of, you know, just all over the place, it conveys so much about emotions and psychology, like the psychological mindset of the person that you're drawing. And I've seen really amazing drawings where the face and the facial features were all like helter-skelter, you know, if you will. I've seen some by Van Gogh, and they were really interesting and beautiful and emotive. I've also seen some by Modigliani, and what they end up, you know, portraying is something about the character of the person. And even if it's just unconscious, like when you're looking at the painting, if you just pick up on it like in a subconscious, unconscious way, it really does tell you like about the character of the person more so than, say, if you were gonna draw or paint regular features. So I hope I'm making sense with what I'm saying. And I just really am loving this part over here of the neck. It's just so interesting and beautiful to me. Now, because I want the figure to stand out a little bit, I think I am going to use my chalk paint here. And I don't know if I want to go with the cashew or if I want to go with the ink. I think for now I'm just going to go with a cashew because I want to kind of keep some of the white of the page. See, and this just makes the figure stand out more. So what I did over here is I covered up the collage, the dictionary pages, and what that's going to do is it's going to make the collage stand out more on the hair. But I think I'm going to leave this part here. And I mentioned this in my previous video, I'm pretty sure, is that because I was working in Connie Solera's Painting the Feminine spread, and I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with having the background have some stuff going on, like it's not completely plain. And I'm just getting, I'm like I'm practicing baby steps kind of thing. So I'm not like where Connie is, where she can masterfully like balance the two, where she has a busy background and a busy foreground. I'm not there. I'm just kind of taking like baby steps, which, you know, for me is a big deal. So I'm okay with that right now. But see, I'm going to keep some of the white over here, just of the page. And I'm just going to kind of keep it looking very like, I don't know, like just sketchy, you know? And I think because I want to use the, like I want to use this part of the collage here, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of like, I'm gonna make a crown because then I can retain the collage of the dictionary pages. I want that text. And then I'm gonna cover this up so that the crown really shows up with the writing. So I'm really loving so much about this. Like it has this kind of sketchy, like it's got like a drawing quality to it, even though I'm using paint. And because I'm not really worried so much about realism or even, oh, you know, do the lips look okay and blah, blah, blah. It's really kind of freeing me up. So you guys, I hope that you guys try the non-dominant hand use. It is really fun, and you'll be surprised at like what turns up in your work. And also because, well, at least it is for me anyways, I'm not concerned about what it's gonna look like because I'm just like surprised that I can even draw something with my non-dominant hand. And if you wanted to, you can always go in and add text to your page. And I think over here, I'm just gonna make a little bit of interest. And this doesn't have to be anything. It's just like a point of interest, you know? It's just like, oh, this is interesting. And that's another great thing about working in a book like, say, Connie Solera's Painting the Feminine, where I am using her work and I'm painting over top of it, is I get to see how another artist, excuse me, uses the background. And, you know, if like, what do they do? Like, how do they create interest in the background? Do they suggest it? Or even working in Van Gogh's, on Van Gogh's Starry Night, like I learned so much from it. Because, you know, sometimes I think, oh, the background, like I have to draw something specifically, but that's not true. You don't have to do that. You can just make an interesting shape, or you can suggest something, and it's just a point of interest. Like, this is a piece of my own collage and I just stuck it down there, but I really like that, you know? Like, it doesn't have to mean anything is my point. So I'm gonna let this completely dry, and I may or may not come back to it, but this is the second part of my video where I'm using my non-dominant hand. So if you've watched all the way to the end, thank you so much. I hope this has inspired you to use your non-dominant hand as well. Okay, see you in my next video. Bye.